Module 5, Getting Things Fast. We're going to talk about the Notification Center, reminders, and calendar mapping. Notification Center collects your notifications all in one place, so you can review them whenever you want. You can also decide which alerts you want to be alerted about. Tap the Today tab for a summary of the day's events, such as weather forecasts, appointments, birthdays, stock quotes, even a quick summary of what's coming up tomorrow. All you do is swipe one finger from the top of the device downwards, status bar or near the time, and you'll see the list of missed calls, texts, pending appointments, and outstanding to-dos. Let me show you how to configure the Notification Center. You go to Settings, Notification Center, and Access on Lock Screen. Well, you can choose Today or Notifications View, and you kind of play around with what you see. The summary can show weather forecasts, appointments, birthdays, stock quotes, what's coming up. Calendar shows today's, obviously, calendar. Reminders will show, well, your reminders. We'll talk more about that in a later section. Tomorrow's summary will show tomorrow's info. You can easily actually see the difference by turning things on and off here, and right from this screen, pull down the menu from the top. Notification view, well, you can sort things manually or by time. And here is what you can include. Unfortunately, which I don't like how this is configured, so we hope with the next update this will change. You have to go into each one and tell it not to show in the Notification Center. So you have to actually click, slide your finger to the right, and we'll take a closer look. So at the top, you can choose what kind of alert style you want. So none, obviously you won't get any. Banner pops up at the top, and alerts in the middle of the device. Some apps may include a badge on their home screen icon to let you know how many times or how many new items await. For example, a number of new email messages. So if there's a problem, such as a message that couldn't be sent, an exclamation mark appears on the badge. Like this example on Facebook. In a folder, remember we did that prior, a numbered badge indicates the total number of notifications for all the apps inside that specific folder. Sounds are kind of self-explanatory, but I caution you, do you really want to be beeped and buzzed on everything? I say no. To turn on and off alerts to show a Notification Center, and it tells how many items to include, so you can play around with that as well. And the last item, show on lock screen. This is really about privacy, as you can see your Notification Center if you want when your device locks. Your device does have a password, right? Check out our other module on passwords, or as Apple calls them, passcodes. Let's say you don't want your emails to pop up when you have it locked. Then you would say no here. Those with cellular plans can make use of Reminders' geofencing feature. What's geofencing? Another term, geofencing. It is actually a feature in a software program that uses GPS, Global Positioning System, or radio frequency identification, easy for me to say, RFID, to define geographical boundaries. For example, a network administrator can set up alerts so when hospital-owned iPad leaves the hospital grounds, the administrator can disable the device. Or a marketer can geofence a retail store in a mall and send a coupon to a customer who has downloaded a particular mobile app when the customer and his smartphone or tablet crosses the boundary. So see more info below on geofencing. On your iPad, instead of being reminded on a particular day at a particular time, you can be reminded when you arrive at or leave a specific location. Start by creating your reminder and then edit it to include the location information as seen here. And when you want to be reminded, when you arrive or leave. It's a pretty cool feature. Try it out. I'm going to show you some really cool features about the calendar. So I'm going to click in the calendar here, and I'm just going to say that we're going to go create a calendar appointment for the 31st. So I hit the plus at the top right. Now this is exactly like all the information you would do if you're using Gmail or Outlook, but you're going to be able to do this on your iPad. So let's say I'm going to take my husband to my favorite restaurant. So title, dinner. Location. Now I'm going to show you something kind of interesting that a lot of people don't realize you can do with your iPad, but it's because you have to complete some information. So I'm going to put the address of Vidges. If you haven't been to this fabulous restaurant, I highly recommend it if you're ever in Vancouver, BC. My favorite restaurant. So it's 1480 West 11th. Now that's what most people would do, right? So we'll say dinner. I probably put up here the name of the restaurant. So Vidges. Okay, and I would invite my husband. So do you remember in the other module I showed you a quick tip if you've got, you communicate with someone that has a similar name to many of the other people in your address book? So I use Terry's nickname, which is T dot. So what you do have to know, iPad actually is case sensitive. So if I type in T dot, it will show up on this, but because I've done it before, so the first time it won't show up, you might have to put the capital in. So I can click on his name there, and then again it's like, where do I end this? But you just say add event, and it goes back into the calendar, so you can go and look and how you want to do this. So I can click on start. I said I want to do it on Halloween, October 31st, and I just scroll up, so we'll say 8 p.m. Okay, and then we'll say it ends at 10. Okay, and as we look down at other things, repeat. Obviously, if you have something that is repeating, that's where you would put it, how often you want to repeat. I'll look at it for you, but I'm not going to use this never, every day, every week, every 2 weeks, whatever you want. You can repeat the event here. If you want to be alerted to remind you, you can do that in here as well. So 2 hours before, 1 day before, maybe I want 2 days before. Show as busy, so I don't want to book it over. And you can put the URL in there, and if you do, it's clickable for the other person as well, which is awesome. So that's great. So I click done. Okay, and then it shows on the 31st. Now, I want to show you something. This is where people don't realize a mistake I might have made there. So if I click on this, 1480 West 11th, it thinks I'm just trying to copy and paste it or edit it. So I'm going to go back and edit it. I'm going to show you what I should have done. I should have put comma, space, and then added Vancouver. I don't need to put BC, but now if I click on it, it will take me to the map. Most people don't realize that. And then the map is improved so much, it's amazing. You can actually go to the top up here, and I can say get directions, current location. Of course, now again, cellular would help because if you're not always in a Wi-Fi area, and I could just say get me the route to the restaurant, and then it'll tell me how to get there. And if I wanted to actually get verbal instructions, the lady would tell me that is working with the mapping system here. So it's like your own GPS. It's awesome. So check out how that will work for you.